Okay, welcome to class. Let me start off by saying, Master Harold and the boys...
Students know Sarah Borden as the bright, passionate theater professor at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
...planted his show to Broadway. It ran for 344 performances.
Borden is just as passionate about adopting a child. She and her husband have been trying to do this for the past 3 years.
We're waiting to be chosen.
The process has taken the couple a lot longer than they've expected. Some agencies have turned them away for various reasons, including Ian's age of 45.
People tell you that adoption is a journey because they don't want to tell you it's sheer hell.
Way more people are being turned away than who are getting into programs.
Katie Meininger serves as an adoption therapist at Lutheran Family Services in Lincoln. She has seen adoption rates decrease even more than the national 5% average.
We have up to 25 families waiting in our program, and over the last 10 years, I would say we did about 11, 12, 13 placements. That was kind of the norm. We are at 2 placements this year.
Meininger says the adoption process is too complex to shorten, but she also thinks there are other factors to blame for the decrease in adoption rates.
I think reproductive technology, there's a lot more that people can do to try to get pregnant.
A study at the Emory University School of Medicine found quite a large hike in vitro fertilization. There were about 11,000 in vitro procedures performed in 2000. This increased to over 18,000 patients in 2010. This is a 64% increase over 10 years.
The people who are currently looking to adopt were much more likely to have seen help for fertility problems. These are people who are having trouble getting pregnant and having a biological child for the most part.
But many might be turned away from adoption because it is emotionally draining. That's what Trish Wanch-Hill, who co-authored the adoption study, thinks.
And that's a long time to just be sitting and hoping and waiting. And not only that, being interviewed and doing all the family studies and getting your hopes up and then dashed and then getting your hopes up and then dashed again.
Sarah and Ian Borden can attest to this.
It really becomes a burden of time, of energy, of financial resources, of so many things that I think it does dissuade a lot of people.
But then when somebody does finally have a successful adoption, they say it was all worth it. And they're so happy. So I don't know.
I have always wanted a large family. I'm just so excited that my dreams come true, that we have a large family.
Kevin and Sarah Steele have experienced this happy ending 8 times.
I've just got to tell you that in the end, the children bring such joy that it makes it the wait, the 2-year wait, all worthwhile.
Even though adoption experts like Katie Meininger don't think the adoption process will be shortened anytime soon, Sarah and Ian Borden will continue to wait for a child.
I think the hardest is just leaving an empty room in the house, just waiting.
Yeah.
It just sits there.
For NewsNet Nebraska, I'm Chelsea Eaton.